Socialization for gender equity. We see that so many things are happening during the socialization process that it affects almost all aspects, all spheres of our life. So we see that there is a connection, direct connection between gender equity and socialization also. You may ask the question, how and why? Gender equity is something else and socialization is something else. But they are connected, they are related, and socialization can have an effect on gender equity in the society. Gender equity, as you know, is about fair and impartial treatment of genders. So we treat men and women, males and female, in a just manner. So how can socialization have an effect in this? How can the socialization process contribute to gender equity in the society? We see that gender equity is about equal treatment, just treatment, impartial treatment, or maybe a similar status of genders also, because that is what we ultimately want. We see that in the society, men and women have different status depending upon the cultural norms and cultural practices. We see that usually men behave like men, boys behave like men, girls behave like their mothers or elder sisters, and women, of course, behave like women in a society. This is what commonly happens. But at times, some contradictions may also be observed. We come across, and nowadays we come across many women who are very masculine in their approach. They are very hardworking, they are very energetic, they are very competitive, they are very ambitious, and they are trying to attain their goals. They have specific achievement goals for them, and they strive hard for that. On the other hand, we also see men who have the softer side also. There are men, especially in the egalitarian families, who do not mind looking after the household. Men who are affectionate, men who are sympathetic, men who are kinder, and men who do not mind looking after their own children. So this type of a thing is something which they are doing on your own. The society in the socialization process had not taught that. But maybe their parents had taught those things at home. So we see that if people wanted, men can adopt the roles which are traditionally considered to be women's roles. A man can look after the household. A man can be the manager of the household. And a woman can be working in a bank or in a hospital or in a flying operation. So an approach related to that is called androgyny. Androgyny is the combination of traits associated with both masculinity and femininity. That is, we know that all people, all human beings, all men and women have both traits. The level, the degree, the amount, the extent, the quantity may be different. But we know that men can be affectionate, women can be affectionate, men can be brave, women can be brave, women can be cowards, and men can be cowards. So we know that social learning teaches us a lot of behaviors, including gender-related behaviors. And we know that cognitive development also involves learning of these things. So if we want, we can adopt an androgynous approach also. So as we said, androgyny is a combination of masculine and feminine characteristics or qualities. So androgynous parents, research shows, are observed to be less stereotypical about gender behaviors and attitudes. So parents who are not strictly masculine, the father is strictly masculine, the mother is strictly feminine, and they do not interfere into each other's domain. We are not talking about them. We are talking about parents who do not mind using or adopting each other's roles whenever it is required in the family. So such parents, they do not differentiate between their male and female children. They do not have fixed roles for boys and girls. It is not necessary that always the sister will clear the table. The brother can always go and help the mother in the kitchen. He can also wash the dishes along with the mother or help the sister in doing the household chores. So what we need in order to promote gender equity in the society is to promote androgyny also. The need to promote androgyny is very important, and we have seen that this happens. Now, in modern families, these things are taking place, but there are certain issues involved with that also, cultural issues. How does the society look at men who are doing household chores, who are washing dishes with their wives, or cooking maybe? And how do they look at women who are painting their houses, who are changing the wheels of their cars? So we have to think about that also. So what we need is, for the socialization process, is it's a good idea to promote androgyny. At the same time, we should teach children in such a manner. We should give them books to read. We should discuss with them and tell them that there is nothing wrong with doing things which the other gender does. Of course, we will keep in mind that those things and those behaviors are not socially undesirable from any ethical or moral standard, so that the protagonist does not get punished or stigmatized for that. But most things that women do at home and most things that men do at home can be switched between each other. And that can be a very good way for promoting gender equity in the society, because when there will be gender equity in the family, it will be reflected in the society also.